Breaking news, things are heating up behind the scenes in Patriots Nation. But before we dive headfirst into this explosive update, just a quick and respectful ask: if you believe, like I do, that the Pats have what it takes to reach the next Super Bowl, go ahead and smash that like button right now. It seriously helps the channel and shows the Patriots community is stronger than ever. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single play, a single update, or a single epic moment. And drop this in the comments with pride. Go Pats! I believe, because around here, our faith in the team is as strong as a Brady pass in his prime. The Patriots are standing at a crossroads, and it all comes down to what they do with pick number 4 in the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft. But here's where it gets interesting. Patriots fans, this isn't just another draft. This is a defining moment. A possible shift in franchise identity under the new leadership of Mike Vrabel, a head coach who's hellbent on rebuilding the trenches and restoring that hard-nosed new England football we've been craving. The rumors, they're swirling. The questions, even louder. But deep in the mailbags of Patriots today, we've uncovered raw, unfiltered insight that could reveal exactly where the Patriots are heading next. Stick around, because if you think you know how this draft is going to unfold, you might be very, very wrong. Let's dive in. One of the most provocative conversations heating up in the Patriots community right now revolves around tight ends. Yeah, tight ends. A $10 super chat from fan Kyle Rush sparked it all, suggesting the team could trade down from pick 4 to select Penn State's Tyler Warren, adding another weapon to a Boston tight end room already stacked with Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. On paper, Warren looks like a beast, arguably the best pass-catching tight end in the draft. But here's the thing, do the Patriots need him? The current T room already includes veterans Henry and Hooper, both re-signed and highly valued by the front office, along with Jim Bell, who was picked up late in last year's draft. While we haven't seen much from Bell, the coaching staff still seems committed to developing that depth. So, where would Warren even fit? If New England drafted him, there's no doubt he'd leapfrog into a top spot immediately. But is that really the Patriots' biggest area of need? According to the current buzz, probably not. There's a strong belief within the fan base and among analysts that the real issue is up front. Offensive line, because let's be honest, no tight end, no wide receiver, no running back can do much of anything if the offensive line can't protect the quarterback or open up lanes. If the Patriots do trade down, somewhere between picks 8 and 12, Armand Mebo becomes the name to watch. This kid's stock is climbing, and fans are beginning to see him as the anchor this offensive line desperately needs. But that wasn't the only name that caught us off guard. Another sleeper pick, Will Lampkins out of UNCC. Never heard of him, neither had the crew at Patriots Today, until they looked at the film. And folks, what they found was shocking. Lampkins is listed as a center, but at 5 feet 10, 270 pounds. Some analysts believe he could be converted into a fullback. Yes, you heard that right. A position that Mike Vrabel reportedly wants to bring back to Foxborough. The idea of Lampkins lining up in the backfield, blocking or even carrying the rock, is wild. But his tape shows a guy who's hard to move, built like a brick wall, and absolutely relentless. A 6th or 7th round steal, don't be surprised if the Patriots pounce. Then came one of the most controversial comparisons of the offseason. Drake Maye versus Mac Jones. And let's be clear, fans are divided. Some are wondering if Maye could suffer the same fate as Mac, a strong rookie campaign, followed by a coaching disaster and an offensive identity crisis. But here's the major difference. This time, there's a plan. Mac Jones' sophomore slump came under the direction of a defensive-minded coordinator, calling the offense a recipe for failure. Meanwhile, Drake Maye is a top 5 pick with top-tier tape and more natural talent than Mac ever had. The coaching shakeup this time around feels different, deliberate, progressive. Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel might just be the duo to unlock Maye's full potential. That coaching shift might be the most important storyline going into this season. It's not just the post-Belichick era, it's the Mike Vrabel era. And let's be honest, Vrabel isn't here to babysit a rebuild. He's here to win now. Which brings us to the looming question: do the Patriots trade down or stick with pick number 4? Vrabel reportedly wants to build the trenches, but unless an insane offer comes in from a team like the Jets, Saints, or Panthers, it's hard to imagine the Patriots passing on someone like Will Campbell if he's still available. A trade, it's possible, but don't expect anything unless it's an absolute slam dunk. And speaking of wins, what would a good season look like under Vrabel in year 1? According to the insiders, 6 to 7 wins is the sweet spot, but here's what has fans buzzing: the schedule. The home slate includes the Browns, Falcons, Giants, Jets, Panthers, Steelers, and Raiders. Honestly, it's not crazy to think the Patriots could snag 6 of 9 wins at home alone. Add in road games against the Saints and Titans, both winnable, and suddenly, you're looking at an 8-win season, a playoff push in year 1. It's not impossible. And now, let's address a name that sparked debate last season: Joe Milton. Some fans hated the pick, others saw the potential, but with Dak Prescott in Dallas and Milton now in his shadow, questions are swirling. What if Prescott goes down? Could Milton step up and make magic happen? Say what you want, but pairing that cannon arm with CeeDee Lamb's elite route running, it has highlight reel written all over it. Of course, nobody is rooting for an injury, but this backup situation is more exciting than some want to admit. And yes, the running back conversation came up too. Someone dared to compare Cam Scottarebo to Derrick Henry, and while that might seem blasphemous to some, there's no denying Scottarebo runs with power, aggression, and that physical dominance that makes you look twice. He might not be the next King Henry, but don't be surprised if he earns real NFL reps early. As for Trey Harris, some analysts say he can't separate, that his route running won't translate. But the Patriots staff seems to believe in his vertical ability, winning jump balls, outleaping smaller corners. He may not create separation horizontally, but he climbs the ladder like a pro. Think back to Lad Monty. Poor on paper, but translated beautifully to the NFL. Not every success story starts with a polished scouting report. Sometimes it's just about taking a chance. That's exactly what the 2025 NFL Draft is for. Rolling the dice, trusting your board, and hoping the guys you pick grow into something special. Patriots Nation, this isn't a rebuild. This is a rebirth, with Mike Vrabel at the helm, Drake Maye ready to step into his spotlight, and a draft board full of untapped potential. We're on the edge of something different, and maybe something better. But now, it's your turn. What do you think about trading down from pick 4? Should the Patriots go all in on protecting Maye with Mebo or Campbell? Or are you buying into the idea of adding another tight end weapon in Tyler Warren? And what about Lampkins? Could he be Vrabel's surprise pick and a return to fullback glory? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear everything. Let's make this a real Patriots debate. And while we're on the topic of strategy, let's not overlook the emotional weight of this moment for Patriots fans. For the first time in decades, we're heading into a draft and a season without Bill Belichick calling the shots. That alone sets a tone, a mix of uncertainty and anticipation. But if the conversations in the Patriots Today mailbag are any indication, fans aren't shying away from the change. They're leaning into it. There's a real sense of curiosity brewing around Mike Vrabel's vision for this team. And with the front office giving him the reins, we're likely about to witness a franchise-defining draft. Now, let's talk about Vrabel's philosophy. Time and time again in the broadcast, it's made clear he wants to control the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively. He's not looking to build a flashy, finesse-heavy offense. He's not interested in high-risk experiments. He wants to out-muscle opponents. If you're trying to predict what the Patriots